Well, the Green Fair of Fairfield County has been going on at the Stanford Marriott on Tresser Boulevard all day from noon until 9 o'clock in the evening. Lots of different aspects to it, none the least of which the Green Coast Awards. Daphne Dixon, who has, of course, been the mover and shaker of this whole event, has got a number of these awards. And how many of them are there, and what are they for?
There's 35 Green Coast Awards this year, and people voted online at greencoastawards.com throughout the year to vote for their favorite sustainable businesses and organizations throughout Fairfield County.
And 35 of them, and that includes some towns and cities as well as individuals and organizations?
It includes corporations like Bigelow Tea, St. Vincent's Medical Center. We also have some wonderful local businesses like Planet Fuel, who won a Green Coast Award, and also Green Roxanne, a bed and breakfast in Ridgefield.
Well, let's find out a little bit more about that if we could. Let me step in front of you rudely. We have Amy Bardo over here from The Planet, if you will.
Planet Fuel. Planet Fuel Beverage Company.
What?
We're an organic juice company for kids, and we offer an organic line of juices with no added preservatives or artificial ingredients, and it's all organic products. And we are supporting, not only promoting an organic lifestyle for kids, but also teaching them about the planet at the same time.
How do you serve up these drinks?
It's an aluminum-shaped bottle can. I wish I had one here with me. It's resealable, it's reusable, and it's recyclable. And we really tried to get away from the PET plastic that's everywhere and choose a product that was not only good for the planet, but really easy and fun and engaging to the kids, the consumers.
All right, tough question. Would you be in favor of those bottles becoming a deposit bottle as opposed to a voluntarily recyclable bottle?
How much time do we have?
Just a second. Yes or no?
I think that there's a lot of value to having the deposit to really encourage people to recycle, but it goes way beyond that. So it's somewhat of a complicated question.
The answer is not a yes or no answer. Hey, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
On
Glad
getting
to
the
be here.
award, and we'll look forward to sampling some of that.
Thank you very much.
All right, moving right along here. Now, this is very interesting. Having a energy and environmentally sound bed and breakfast. I thought all bed and breakfasts were environmentally sound, but not necessarily.
No, not necessarily. In fact, you could probably talk to the people who go to bed and breakfasts regularly to find out a little bit more about your question.
This is Pam Sloan. The name of your bed and breakfast is?
Actually, I'm Barbara Simpkins.
I'm sorry, Barbara Simpkins. Excuse me,
but
Barbara.
Pam Sloan's a nice
name.
I like
that. Only the name has been changed to protect. We're going to be talking to Pam in just a moment.
Okay,
as a matter of fact.
No worries. Yeah, I'm Barbara Simpkins, and I own and operate Green Roxanne in Ridgefield, Connecticut. We are an eco-friendly bed and breakfast versus green. We are not LEED certified, but we do promote people learning a little bit about living a healthier, more sustainable lifestyle. They kind of come to test drive it. We have all organic bedding and linens. All of our food that we serve for breakfast is organic and locally grown where it's available. We have special proprietary air filtration systems and water filtration systems. So really people can kind of come test drive it and see that they don't have to give up anything to be eco-friendly.
You can still be pampered at the bed and breakfast, but still be eco-friendly.
Exactly. Composting and recycling included.
Ms. Simpkins, thank you very much.
Thank you
Wish
so
you
much.
the best. That's very exciting.
Thank you.
And congratulations on your award.
Thank you very much.
Now, next to her is Steve Grasso. So let me slide here over here. Steve, you're representing Sustainable Stanford and the city generally, and the city is getting an award this year too.
Yes, Stanford is getting an award for the most sustainable city. I'm the chairman of Sustainable Stanford, which is the Mayor's Energy Task Force.
What is the most sustainable city? What does that mean to anybody?
It means a city that actually promotes sustainability in a way that's beyond just talking about it.
In what area?
Well, for instance, Sustainable Stanford has done a corporate sustainability challenge where we've got 3 building owners together, and they enter this challenge where they have to obtain and adopt sustainable practices within their building, and they benchmark their buildings for energy usage and try to improve them, and they all kind of compete against each other.
And how have they been doing?
Yes, and there's three properties. They've been doing great. We're about halfway through it. At the end of this process, one of the things we organized at Sustainable Stanford is that will get 1 free year's recycling from the city of Stanford for a commercial building, and they also get the marketing of it, and they get to be put out there as companies that are moving forward with this and have committed in a big way.
The city is giving payback, obviously, to these organizations. Is it economically viable without that added payback from their standpoint? Is it something that is worthwhile for them to follow through and others to follow through on?
Well, the bottom line isn't just dollars when it comes to things like this. It's more about sustainability. But yes, it is, because it works in many ways. The city of Stamford wants to bring their whole single stream recycling process to the commercial world. So this is a way that we're going to start that process by being part of this sustainability challenge. And it will become very economically viable when they can bring those commercial buildings into that domain.
Steve Grasso, thank you very much. Congratulations to Stamford and Environs for that success.
Thank you.
That's very exciting indeed. All right, one of those who is involved in the town green is over here, and we're talking about sustainability, and we're talking about gardening, and we're talking about community gardens, and Pam Sloan is one of those who has been involved in that. Retired teacher in Stamford,
That's right.
Even before you retired, I guess you got it started in this
yes,
area.
Dolan Middle School is where I taught for 23 years, and the last couple of years we started a vegetable garden on site. And it was a very modest start, but it was proved to be very successful and very popular. And
this is getting the students involved in it?
Yes, it was a student garden club that started after school. So these are children who are committed to staying after school for a couple of hours to do something with the earth. And the reason for starting the whole thing was very simple. I found that a lot of children really didn't know where their food was coming from. And it's kind of embarrassing to think about that, but I thought it was really important for them to start getting their hands into the earth. They have to nurture the earth. They have to do the actual work of the garden and then reap the product. And so we've had a lot of fun. We have continued it through the winter months, where we actually cook during the winter. So we are not only creating the product, eating the product as much as we can, and then in the winter we continue working with vegetables. So we've been making soups and frittata and pasta primavera, things like that we can actually enjoy on site. Beyond that, because it was so successful at Dolan, I went to see the superintendent to see if we might not expand this into other schools. And I offered to volunteer to be the director or coordinator of the project. It's called GIVE, which is the Green Initiative for Vegetables in Education. It's a bit of a stretch, but we got it.
I like it. It works.
And the result was that with a broadcast notice going out to all of the schools, about 16 schools signed on with an interest in doing this. We have met only once so far. We have another meeting tomorrow, actually. And at this point, a few schools have already gone right to the finish line. They have their raised beds set up, and they have their gardens going. And then there are some that are still at the starting line and waiting to take that first step. So it's a process that's very slow. It requires a lot of work and a lot of commitment. And it is a great deal of fun when it works. So we're hoping people will take baby steps and get it moving this way.
Pam, I'll tell you, it's very exciting because in this day and age where it's instant everything and everybody talks about attention deficit and so forth, to have young people able to get out there and concentrate for a couple of hours on doing something in the earth that is not going to show any benefits to them for months is really exciting.
It is very
kudos
exciting.
to you and
Thank
your team. And I'm hoping the other 16 pick up and spreads to a lot of other towns.
Yeah,
a lot of other towns are doing it in various
growing.
ways. It should.
We're not the only ones.
Keep it growing. I like
right.
that concept. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
All the best to you. Hey, Daphne, congratulations. You've got a great thing going here. For those of you who are catching up on this, on Wednesday, the 17th of November, this will be going on through 9 o'clock this evening, Stamford Marriott on Tresser Boulevard in Stamford. It is free. It is open to you. You'll get all kinds of information tonight, music as well. And it's going to be a great time, and congratulations already.
Well, thank you. I think that the most exciting part really is this town green, and people like, Pam Sloan, who are bringing to this event the wonderful things that they are doing just on their own to create sustainable towns and cities throughout Fairfield County. So we have 7 different towns represented, and it's wonderful to have them here at the town green.
And it's growing every year.
It is.
So
Thank you.
congratulations. Obviously, great success.
Thank you.
Thank you. There you go. It is the Green Fair going on at Stamford Marriott. Again, if it's the 17th of November, you can be here before 9 o'clock tonight to take part. Otherwise, maybe you'd like to do something green for you, your family, and your community. For DoingItLocal.com, not green enough, but we're getting there. I'm David Smith.